I'm Mr Biffo and I welcome you to Digitiser, the big wasp atop the retro gaming picnic. Mock mock! Ah!
Buono estente.
Oh, fancy. Larry, hello. Most broken game you've ever played?
I bought a copy of Punch out of a crack in it once.
Somebody's in a funny mood today. No, that's the horn of delight.
You don't get to tell me when I can and can't squeeze a bulb.
Did you put...
Octav1us.
Hello.
What's the most broken game you've ever played?
The most broken game I've ever played, Mr Biffo, would be Superman 64. But it's an abomination and it's hilarious. Luckily enough, I didn't actually buy it. I rented it and got bored and angry with it within a couple of hours. 3D game, obviously you're Superman, you're flying around, you go through a hell of a lot of rings, like pretty much every level is just flying through rings. But the really upsetting thing is that people never want to play it because there's so many levels where you're flying through rings. It's the levels where you're not flying through rings that are amazing.
You're actually genuinely saying they're amazing?
Because they're so bad.
Oh,
okay, so for example, there's a bit where you're walking around trying to, you know, kill terrorists or whatever, and then I was playing it once and Superman just started walking up the wall and just walked through it, walked across the ceiling, and I was like, this is amazing.
Gameplay Jenny, hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
Most broken game you've ever played?
Bit controversial.
Oh.
It's the level scaling in Oblivion. Because as you get better, things get harder, and that defeats the point of levelling, doesn't it?
Well, you've got to have a challenge, really. If everything's too easy, you don't want to play it anymore.
But the challenge is levelling up so you can beat things, isn't it?
But do you get more abilities that you previously didn't have?
Well, yeah, but then it levels up like that, and so you never...
They level up with you. I remember back in my misspent youth when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons, and I had a DM who used to do that. When our characters would get... I'm going to stop talking.
Why?
I'm talking about when I used to play Dungeons and Dragons.
Is this are you going to start crying?
You right there?
Red on you, that was annoying me. Sorry, it was just there and I could see it. It looked like
you were plucking an ant off me. Another ant. The ants are back.
They're back.
Paul.
You look like a misshapen Chupa Chups. You've got a face like a squashed tongue.
Okay, this is... I'd written some jokes for you.
I could do it. I've had a tough time recently. I could do it for some laughs.
You ready for this?
Hit me with it.
Somebody keeps leaving plant stems on my doorstep. I think I have a stalker. I'm on good terms with the owner of Robinson's Fruit Drinks. Yes, you could say we have a cordial relationship.
No, I'm going to have to draw a line under this. They are, if you don't mind me saying so, piss poor.
Yes. You're a rude man, Paul
You've made
Gannon.
that apparent, I know.
And I'm going to get someone to have a word with you about this. That's out.
Right.
The Furious Pig. Is there anyone you're particularly angry at today?
Yeah, Paul.
Why?
Your putrid opinions smell bad.
Do they?
Yes!
How angry are you, Fat Sal?
I'm so angry I could mar an orchard opening.
What?
I don't know.
I didn't get that one particularly myself. Oh,
I'm back.
Right, good. What, just had to read your lines, did you, for a minute there?
Fuck you, Paul. You shit. That's right. Going back down.
Why? Where does he go?
Well, that was Fat Sal. Let's move on.
I just swung my chopper so hard that the head flew off and hit me in the face.
They are all around us. Millions of Barcode warriors and wizards waiting to fight. Waiting for Barcode Battler to free their awesome power.
Get out of the way, it's show and tell. I'm once again joined by my and Jenny, who is going to be doing the showing and telling to me, and Mr Hare's Digitisers. What do we got to look at today, Jenny?
This is a Barcode Battler. It's got that kind of mythical quality to it somehow because nobody had one and yet everybody seemed to know what it was. If you imagine that you're a kid, you've got 60 quid to spend, we've got the Game Boy, we've got the Game Gear, we've got the Barcode Battler, and the Barcode Battler involves cards and barcodes and random monsters and all the rest. Which one are you going for?
As a concept, yeah, cards Barcodes. Kids love barcodes because they're like zebras. I've lost my thread. What were you saying?
I need more information to make a fully informed decision.
Please, Jenny, more information on this.
If you chose this in any way at all,
Was it really 60 quid?
It was 60 quid. The reason it was so expensive is because barcode systems are really expensive. That's why we haven't got them in our phones, because it's ridiculously expensive technology. Okay. We're going to have a go at it, just so I can show you how not very good it is, and yet how much potential it could have had if somebody had really pursued it.
Okay, well, let's do it. Okay.
Let me press the on button.
Oh, it makes a noise. Right, okay, I'm gonna get out this GoPro. And this is how you do it, kids. This is how you make a TV show. It says C-O. Is that?
It does.
Is that monitoring the CO2 levels in the studio?
That would make it very technologically advanced.
Right.
At this point, you just sort of think, right. And that's the problem, because in order to play this, what you really needed was 2 fairly hefty instruction books.
My God, you needed 2 instruction books for this. This is like Dungeons and Dragons. You used to have to have multiple books.
Exactly right. So this is a book full of all the monsters that you're going to meet.
Right. Okay. Let's have a close up of this. We've got this facility to do so with a little thing. There we go, everyone. Look, you've got Spike, Computron, the Dark Impaler, and others. Wow, okay.
When you say others, as in many...
Oh, God, my God, there's pages of them.
Many.
Was there one there called The Tongue? There's one called The Tongue. What happens now?
So, the reason you have to have all of this is because none of this is going to appear on there. Let's go.
It's going to be all stats, isn't it?
It is.
Wow, okay, I can already feel my brain shutting down.
So, this is actually asking you to select a game mode, so I'm just going to press set on that, and it's going to go da-da-da at me at this point.
Oh, energy, attack, defence, and... Oh, it's flashing barcode at me.
Absolutely.
I happen to have one that, on here, on the back of this, which... would that work?
It wouldn't, but let's try it.
Ow! For God's sake!
It's still hurting you after all these years.
Damn film. So would I need to scan that somehow or rip that up?
Well, what you
could I rip that up,
need to do... Do you want to rip it up?
Well, yeah, you can do it for me. I'm holding a GoPro.
I'm just going to destroy it.
Yes, cathartic.
There we go. That.
Oh, hang on, something's happening. So could I theoretically, if we did that, I could have Pudsey the dead dog in a battle with my foot?
You could, if this works. I laugh so hard. No, it says miss. Pudsey the dog is a miss.
There we go, as we know it was.
So what we're going to need is one of the cards that came with the game.
Yeah.
So to begin with, we have to select a warrior. Do you want to select a warrior, Tim?
Oh, God, I'm dishonoured. Jam Bam. Right.
You can do a few of those, haven't you?
They've all got good 90s names. And if you swipe that through with the picture towards Biffo...
Oh, we're touching hairy arms, it's weird. Arms,
it's beautiful.
Oh, he's not got the knack. I'm going to do it.
This is like unexpected item in Barcode.
So that's Jam Bam. You can see we've got hit points there, we've got attack points, we've got defence points.
Energy.
It's just top trumps, isn't it?
It
really?
is, yeah. You've got to choose a wizard now. It's a wizard. That's your weapons.
Sorry.
Cool candy.
Beast Feast. Slightly better than Razor Fist. Was the next one.
I think you can get a Beast Feast from Pizza Express. It's got everything on it. Swan.
Was that right? Did I do it right?
Oh, look at that. 3. Okay.
So there's your stats on the other side. So that's your team. So what it's saying now is power input. You have a stack of cards that add things. If your defence is a bit rubbish, you can add a shield to it or whatever.
I will say at this point, were I a child, I would have put this in the bin by now.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh, that's giving you 1,600 more hit points. Right, so you've now got a massive pile of cards because it took you ages to work out what you do with it. But now the battle begins! So, if you press battle...
Is it your go now?
I really don't know. I haven't got a clue what's just... Do you know what? I literally checked out then. I honestly, my mind drifted. I'm seeing all these figures and things popping up and numbers and...
It's not working for you, is it?
I mean, I thought we were going to get household items and scan them in and like pitch, sort of Jif cream against Colgate toothpaste or something. I really thought that was what it was going to be.
We'll come on to that in a minute. And so it goes on forever.
to anyone who's just stumbled upon this show, you're watching three middle-aged people and a calculator.
Who are you calling middle-aged?
Now, the potential of it feels like a sort of early version of Pokemon Go, where you could have taken this around a supermarket and had shelves.
It does, and in Japan, this was far bigger than it was here, because they actually released extra games for it. So Spider-Man had a game, there were games about dragons, I think Super Mario had one.
That was fundamentally just the collectible cards rather than anything that would appear on there, which is just numbers.
But the potential behind this is ridiculous when you think about mobile phones, like you say, play on this, you go in, you scan your stuff in the supermarket, but they never did it here. They gave up. So I'm still waiting, for a decent
Well, they need to bring it back and cool candy with it. That's it then, I think. I think we've seen enough of that to know that it has potential, or had potential, but it was rubbish at the time.
I think this really had potential.
Well, that's the end of, what's this segment called, Jenny?
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
The battle has just begun. Barcode Battler, free the power!
This pig is born. You need pig glue, pig glue sticks, anything to pigs, cucumbers, plant cards, even other pigs. This pig is no longer born.
Did you know? Audio cassettes are renowned for taking ages to load even the smallest of games. To the point that if you put the PS1 title Metal Gear Solid on an audio cassette, it would take 8 years just to load the title screen alone.
I'm not made entirely of tin, you know. I've got iron lungs, a brass bottom, and a woodpecker.
Sticking with the episode's very vague theme of broken things, we're going to do a Quiz Me Do, which is a fundamentally broken idea. And that idea is Street Farter. Larry, do you want to have a guess?
I just assumed it's about German fathers in the street.
They're desperate times back in the war, weren't they?
German dads.
We are going to play you a selection of gameplay sounds with a load of farting overlaid, and you've got to try and guess what games you're listening to.
I admire your creativity on this.
Paul, you're going to go first.
Okie dokie.
So,
I'll just concentrate. When are you going to play the sound effect? No, you're such a funny man. What's the point of this game?
What game was that?
What's the fucking game? Sports.
Okay.
Okay, so can you play it again for me? Sonic.
Yes. Larry.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yeah, do I look cool or not?
Do you look cool?
No, I just do I look at the screen?
You don't have to, it just says diarrhea.
Oh, okay. That sounds like Space Invaders.
Yeah.
Well done.
No.
Are you ready?
Yeah. It's like when I visit my nan at the old folks home. My asthma of arse noise.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah, go on. Street Fighter 2?
Round one.
Oh!
Very
There's
good.
always that one little sound in it.
Yeah, you just...
I mean, the game would have been, you know, as bad enough as it is, but you really wouldn't have been able to play it if you couldn't hear any of the sounds.
No, true.
It would just be farting.
It would just be, what's this? It's a fart. Here's a point. There you go.
Here's some fart noises. What game am I thinking of?
I like that game. Can we do that?
Ooh. That's a bit more it sounds modern.
Right,
sounds more
again.
modern, yeah.
Stop lobbing me up.
Is it Jet Set Radio? Oh. Oh, there you go. Got it. Yeah. I thought I could hear singing. So.
Well, in a way, you could. There we are. That was Street Fighter.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Just people paid for this.
What do you
Well, okay, if they did,
Street Fighter.
Yay!
Where's the camera? Hey! Not worth it, was it?
Not really.
Puppies. I love puppies. Show me where your puppies are.
Yeah! Hey, Bill! Up in the hazzard! It's Mystery Guest!
Oh, yeah.
Yes, just like Freddie Mercury said, it is time for our mystery guest. Some people would call him the King Kong of Donkey Kong, but the world simply knows him as Big Boy Barry. So, Big Boy Barry, come through our flaps.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Paul. How are you?
Nice to see you, sir.
I like this. Look at this cut. I feel like we're living under the sea, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it's a little odd.
It's a little odd indeed.
It's perhaps the oddest of TV entrants I've made.
Really?
But yes, and I've made a lot of them.
Rank them.
Well, there's this one.
Yeah.
The season 2 of Games World, Beat the Elite, where I think I came out with bodyguards and cyberpunks from like Mad Max era. It was very strange.
Very.
But I've never had something this beautiful, this charming, this mesmerising before.
This budgetary.
Good to be here on Digitiser, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Here we go. Right, well,
I don't have any sweets to throw.
And sleeves. Right, so what are we going to play today?
Yeah, we're going to play some Final Fight today.
Ooh, nice.
The classic from Capcom. Love it. He's been
right
about it.
This has gone on far enough. Let's go back through the flaps.
Okay.
Flap me do.
First or me? Okay, here we go.
Aid before beauty. Right, we are here at the Cabinet of Plenty, and with me, Big Boy Barry. You've chosen Final Fantasy.
Well, I haven't chosen Final Fantasy. It's called Final Fight. He's not good with names today, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really not good with words.
No. Final Fantasy would be a long playthrough.
Nah, bollocks. I'm sticking to this. Play Final Fantasy.
Okay, let's get Final Fantasy go. Right, settle down, folks. It's going to be a long show. Let me tell you that.
Right.
Let's start. Is this yours?
That is actually a friend of mine. You shouldn't really.
It's a friend of yours. You don't own it?
Yeah.
I ought to known. See what I did there? I ought to know. Where else can you watch, ladies and gentlemen? Final Fight, a 90s TV icon, and a stuffed otter. It's good, isn't it? Right. Okay. Final Fight. No, come back, Paul. It's okay. Let's talk about Final Fight.
I had to put my horn down.
Final Fight. Well, you know, it was my favourite arcade game as a kid.
How good were you at it, though?
It was designed to be tough, right? I mean, this is the whole thing about arcade games. It was designed to swallow your money on the seaside here, and you just got to keep throwing. But I remember seeing it. It was one of those games where you played and you thought graphics can never get better than this. It was, I want to say, 87, 88, and it's actually, because I might be wrong, Larry, you can tell me if I'm wrong on this. It was conceived as a sequel to Street Fighter. It was supposed to be part of the Street Fighter chain, and then
Yes,
there you go.
We've got confirmation of this in my ear.
Thank you, Larry.
87 it was originally called.
80s, oh, there you go, Street Fighter 86. So I was right. I was right on the year as well. Double Dragon changed all of that, and they decided to make it a side-scrolling beat-em-up instead. Should we play?
Let's get this on.
Let's do that. I'm going to be Hagar because he looks most like me.
Hagar, but it looks like Hagar.
Look, you say Hagar, I say Hagar. Let's not argue over such things.
Can I just say I prefer it to be Taggart? I'd love a video game based on Taggart.
Did you know that on the SNES this was only ever one player? You could never play two player. It was only ever one player, and it was the Sega CD that added in the two-player mode. It brought back Guy because you didn't have Guy in the SNES version, and it brought back all the original music as well. Am I right, Larry?
Yes, women in the game.
Yeah, they did. That's right. They removed the transsexual street workers in the game, and they replaced them with them.
Tell me about Big Boy Barry. I know nothing of you.
How do you know nothing of me? Honestly, who comes on a TV show
I came from
to be said, I don't know who you are, and I know nothing about
this
you?
Is what Q&A is about.
Reception is that?
Think of this as like a speed date.
It's terrible. I was on episode 2 of Games Master back in the day.
I'm a Games Master man. I was on that too.
You were? What did you
win a
play?
golden joystick?
I did.
I didn't.
Yes.
What game did you play?
What game did I play? I was on episode 2 of Games Master, and I played Sonic the Hedgehog 1. And I had to collect like 140 rings or something like. I actually, going back, it was Digitiser that started my career, and that's not even a lie because it is.
No, it's true.
It's absolutely true. Digitiser started my career back in the day. They were advertising for audience tickets because it was the first series of the show. Nobody knew Games Master. We phoned up and asked for some audience tickets, and they said sure, and then they said they were looking for contestants as well, and then like a year later they called me back and said we're doing this show called Game Zone.
That's the one for Sky.
For Sky TV, yeah, we're doing the show called Game Zone, which then got changed to Games World because there was a magazine at the time called Game Zone.
There was indeed, yeah.
So they had to change that, and they were looking for characters to come on like Videators. And would I be interested in talking to them about a role on that? And there was a researcher working on the show at that time who was coming up with a lot of the characters by the name of David Walliams. And,
Walliams.
There you go. So it's actually David Walliams who came up with Big Boy Barry, and quickly became a fan favourite. So there you go.
All right then. So let's hit you with a bit of a fantasy question to end on. Right. So
fantasy
question. A little bit of play.
No, I'm not that kind of guy.
A little bit of.
I've had enough of your flaps today.
A bit of a.
No, I'm out of credits. I've reset the game.
No.
I'm going to start again.
It's all right. We'll edit that.
Playing now with Guy.
So, all right.
Couldn't do that on Super Nintendo, you see.
3 games, right?
3 games.
Marry, snog, kill. Which game do you marry, which game do you snog, and which game do you kill?
Well, Tetris. Tetris on Game Boy to be married.
Tetris won't cheat on you.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's always going to be there for you. That's the thing. You see, it's always reliable. It's always going to be there for you. You don't really complete Tetris, do you?
No.
And I'm talking Game Boy version. I'm talking the classic Tetris, the very best version on the Game Boy. You'd marry that because, you know, it might not have the looks or the substance, but, you know, it's always going to be there for you.
Yeah. So who would you get on top of and go, ooh, darling?
Well,
which one? Which is the sex game?
You know, honestly, a lot of 90s
Which is the one that makes you big boy,
A lot
Barry?
of 90s celebrities have been outed for worse, and we're not going to go quite that far.
Why not? I want to know which game you'd have sex with now.
No, that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't force me through your flaps again. I can't.
Come on.
Can't make
one game you want to put your Willy in.
No. That's just no.
So which game would you kill? Which one would you put in a dark room and make it cry before you put a bullet in its head?
Which game would I kill? Oh, PUBG. I'm sorry. It's just not. It's just not for me. It's just. I know. All right. PUBG or Dota. Dota. It's just not for me. And they just don't do it for me. That or you know what? Any of the any of the Final Fantasy. Could never get into Final Fantasy. I'm sorry, kids. You probably love your Final Fantasy. I never got into them.
But that's how I started the interview, and that's how I'm going to bloody end it.
That's how he's going to end it.
Yeah.
I'm still on a train.
With a vocal flip, I've made it work, and you've said it, and we've said it, and it's all
almost like we had that planned. I assure you we didn't.
Big Boy Barry, thank you for being on Digitiser.
That's okay.
Thank you for playing Final Fight.
Here, take this. I'm going to stalk you.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to have heroin in my possession.
Oh, punch you! I'm laughing, ladies and gentlemen. You can see my neck is craned. Do you see what I do? All right, I'm still here by myself. Shall I do the outro?
Yeah.
All right, this has been Digitiser TV, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the TV legend, the red hot, tip-top, non-stop, one-stop shop roller coaster ride that is Big Boy Barry, here with Paul. Let's play some Final Fight. Come on.
Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
In we get.
Sex frog, sex frog, how deep do your mysteries go? Yeah, a sex frog.
I'm Gameplay Jenny, and these are the top 3 reasons why I was sitting trying not to direct thinly veiled anger at my monitor while everybody else was playing the latest PC games. Interrupts. Oh, you wanted to play a game with sound. Sorry, I didn't realise that, said my computer every single time. I didn't know what an IRQ was, or why there were 15 of them, but I do know that every single one of those interrupted my enjoyment. Number 2, memory. Don't talk to me about high memory, extended memory, autoexec.bat. You can take your memory and you can shove it, because my only memory is all of this getting in the way of my game. Number 1 reason why I hardly ever got any games played. Massive manuals. Who has got the time to sit wading through a 50, 60, 100-page manual with their beautiful illustrations and their enormously detailed instructions and their lovingly crafted maps and facts and stories, and me? I had the time. Please bring them back. And big boxes. I miss the olden days.
Le pont. Dedans. Le pont de Don des deux.
It's Hedgehog.
head-to-head time again. Let's do it all again. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, with that amazing intro out of the way, let's crack on. We are going to go with what I think might be the grudge match of the series. Team Chop defending the honour of Street Fighter. What does Team B want to be called today?
How about Away Lad?
Yeah! Away Lad.
Without taking over.
Can I just say? Horn of delight for that. So, you're going to be talking and defending.
Can we automatically win for that?
If I could retract the horn for that statement, I would.
You could suck on the other end or something, maybe bring it out.
Right, so you'll be defending the honour of Mortal Kombat, the gory beat-em-up, all right? So where do we start? Well, let's start with Team Choppy. Hit me with your strongest argument why Street Fighter is top best. Don't hit me.
Street Fighter 2 has obviously stood the test of time. Mortal Kombat's mainly known for it's got some violent bits in it.
It's known for spines, isn't it, basically?
Yeah, they covered up a lack of gameplay with excessive gore. You had colourful cartoon characters.
Okay.
You had complex moveset. Complex.
Yeah.
And a complex one as well.
Yeah, no, all the complex.
Oh, the complex.
Complex. Yeah.
This is a complex game.
It's a very complex game.
And you had the Chun-Li.
Kylie? You had Kylie?
And Kylie.
Chun-Li. I thought you said Chubly. I was like, which character's Chubly?
Lovely Chubly.
Chubly. Okay, Mortal Kombat then. What's your opening gambit? Why is so good?
Can I just say his arguments come from a man just like an anthropomorphic crab stick?
But thank you.
Oh.
I like that.
There we go. Fine talk from a man who looks like a...
There we go.
Willy Wonka prolapse rectum.
Well, these are the arguments that are defining the nation today. Right. Okay. Mortal Kombat, what's your opening gambit? Hit me with your best argument.
Well, I reckon it's the first game to really bring on adult entertainment. Video games were an adult medium for Mortal Kombat.
So, OK, you're saying it's a classic with famous moves, and your basically opening gambit is saying it's gory and stuff?
Yeah, I'm saying it's gory stuff. I'm saying it's bringing it proves to the world that gaming isn't just a medium for children.
Fair enough. All right, OK, so...
And you can punch somebody's head off.
Who had the best roster of characters, though? Street Fighter? Mortal Kombat? Let's go with Mortal Kombat.
Well, there was Yellow Ninja, Blue Ninja, Red Ninja.
Come on. Even I know there was Scorpius. Yes. The character Scorpius. And...
Sub-Zero.
Scorpius.
Icy Cold Man.
Yes, Mr. Frosty.
Yeah, and Man with One Eye.
Oh, Kano.
There we go.
Kano,
Who was the dude with all the arms?
Goro.
Yeah, no, he was good. Was anyone better than Goro?
1 second, though. How many characters did you actually name?
Me?
As in their proper names
I think you'll notice when you watch the footage back, I named them all correctly.
How many Street Fighter characters can you name?
Well, there's Ryan. I like Ryan. He's my favourite character.
Hang on. You stop being whimsical.
I'm not being whimsical. These are all proper characters.
You know their names.
There's Gyro. Mountbatten. There's one. Okay, all right. I'll give you this. I know, off the top of my head, more characters from Street Fighter.
True. There you go.
Okay, so in terms of public consciousness then, which one means more to audiences, do you think?
Hang on. Obviously, people are going to know more Street Fighter characters. It was a much more family-friendly game. In Mortal Kombat, you could rip out a lad's spine. Come on now.
That is good, to be fair.
Doesn't matter, we have Mountbatten.
I will say this. Who had the better film? I would say, personally speaking, Mortal Kombat.
1, Kylie. 2,
Oh, Kylie.
Kylie.
Oh, that works.
Kylie.
No, yeah, but it's also got Van Damme in. Would you defend the Street Fighter movie? Is it a good representation of the art form?
Be honest, I haven't seen either of them.
We haven't seen either of them?
No.
Let's go with this then. They're both fighting games. One's gory, one's family friendly. One has moves.
Well, how can punching
finishing.
Somebody be family friendly?
That is a good point.
I never said it was family friendly. That was
misfortune.
Octav1us, who was.
It is family friendly. Come on, all kids want to do is beat each other up.
This is a tough one. You're going to have to play to my emotion. So, do you have an emotional story, something that will pluck at my heartstrings?
Once, at my town's local festival, Street Fighter 2 was brought in on the back of a van, and there was a competition. My parents said to me, "Oh, Jenny, you like computer games. Do you want to take part in this competition?" And I knew that I would never be good enough because I couldn't get my fingers around the controller to hit all 6 buttons and know what I was doing. It was the first game that introduced all people with different characters and different moves and all the rest of it. And they thought I was good at games, and I knew that I wasn't. And on that basis, I need to win this.
Oh, Keith, it's so sad, the story. I don't know. I know. Oh, poor Keith, he's upset by that. Do you have a better sob story that will defend Mortal Kombat and win my heart?
Please stop fondling the lobster. It's making me very nervous.
I'll never stop fondling Keith. He is my rock lobster.
I'll tell you one thing, if it wasn't for Mortal Kombat, Super Street Fighter wouldn't exist. They found the game such a threat, and they were nowhere near completing Street Fighter 3. They rushed out Super Street Fighter 2.
Ooh.
So we wouldn't have Cammy or DJ or that big Indian bloke.
So you're saying that Mortal Kombat led directly to another great Street Fighter game, which
So
people wanted more.
Well, we've got 2 games, though. They have to have 2 games to be better. We can only have 1.
You're on this team. I'm sorry, my heart goes for you.
I really appreciate the apology. It means a lot.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat wins. Keith decided that Mortal Kombat wins.
They're Mortal Kombat.
Keith, yeah, I know. Because I felt sorry for Octavius because of all of this.
Keith's an idiot and a traitor.
He said, watch it. Because he's coming for you.
So you're going to
Seen them? Yeah?
I'll crap him up.
Seen him? He said he's dead inside.
You should have called him Prince Charming.
All right, no one wins. I'm bored of this. Let's end. Bye.
I cut your mumbo.
Mockety-Moc, 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 Mockety-Moc.
Hello and welcome to Mockety-Moc, the non-copyright infringing game show. And if it does seem a bit similar to another game show, it's a parody. Let's go and meet our contestants.
This is TV gold. Fantastic.
Silence.
I'm sorry, it's my barrel of laughs. You see what I think? Come on. Barrel of laughs.
Ladies and gentlemen,
anybody?
Big Boy Barry, Nostalgia Nerd. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
You're good. Do you know what's going on?
No idea, no.
No. Stuart Ashens, everybody. Stuart.
Hello, sir.
How's your sofa?
Bloody awful.
Is it working?
In the sense that you can sit on it, yes.
So you could say sofa so good. There's another one.
No, I could say that, but
you're not going to, are you? Kim Justice. Kim, question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever considered releasing a range of flavourless lollies called Kim's Just Ice?
I think that's a great. I think that's a proper like exclusive. People. I mean, anyone.
Well done.
It's Barry Lewis from My Virgin Kitchen. Barry, I know I've said this a lot to you today. Do you find it weird that I watch you every day while I'm eating my tea?
I find it even worse that that's not actually watching my videos. It's just through the window.
Through his bedroom window. Oh, and we have at the end here. Look at this. Look, he's escaped from the circus. It's Top Hat Gaming Man. Hello. Tell me now, is there such a thing as a bottom hat gaming man?
I wouldn't know. That sounds rather lowbrow to me, personally.
On this show, there's nothing that's too lowbrow. A round of applause for our contestants, please. We have, on our left here with his dodgy wrist...
Thanks.
You're welcome. Mr Gaz Harmon. And we have Sam Anderson. So... You know what this is? Oh, I didn't do my catchphrase.
Oh. He hasn't.
Are you ready? Mock, mock!
Mock!
Sam, you're going to go first.
Oh,
Everyone got their pens ready over here? The rules of this game are I will read out a series of gaming phrases with a blank in them, a mock in them.
Mock!
The contestants will suggest a word to fill in that phrase so that it makes some degree of sense. You will all write down a word, and when you are ready, you will each in turn turn over your card, reveal your word, and if it matches with the contestants, they get a point, or 10 points. We haven't quite worked out this yet. Who wants to go first?
Ladies first.
That was a bit sexist, wasn't it? Man, telling the lady she's going
Men first then, come on.
Men first. Right, round one. Everyone, pens at the ready. When Super Mario eats a mushroom, almost his entire body grows to giant size. However, the only part of him which doesn't grow in proportion to the rest is his mock. So, Gaz, when Super Mario eats a mushroom, almost his entire body grows to giant size. However, the only part of him which doesn't grow in proportion to the rest is his...
Bladder. I put tash.
Ah, noise.
I put right leg because he does have a tiny right leg.
Stuart.
Ego.
Kim.
I couldn't resist.
His schoolies. It was going to be there sooner or later.
I thought it was his nose.
No.
A honker. No.
I came very close to inferring his fault, but sadly I put heart.
Oh, Gaz. No points. First round.
Yeah, heart.
Sam, let's see if you can do any better. The game Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball has very realistic physics and is perhaps best known for its realistic depiction of mock or mocks. Quiet. They don't know I'm here. We all ready? Sam. The game Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball has very realistic physics and is perhaps best known for its realistic depiction of mock or mocks.
Balls.
Balls.
Bouncing beach ball.
Oh, you got a point!
Oh, I was told this one.
It doesn't matter. Just
Okay.
whatever.
Well,
Got a 10. It's all arbitrary.
Pick one.
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
Okay. I've picked
One. Okay, we're doing that. We're doing points. I'm not doing 10s then. Like we discussed before we started. Nostalgia nerd.
Football and tennis.
Close?
What do we think?
Close enough.
No, sorry. Stuart.
Idiots.
Idiots. Kim.
Bristols.
Always
Thinking out what I brought to
Kim.
the show.
Barry.
Boobs and feet.
Boobs and feet. Used to Top Hat Gaming Man.
Melons or plums?
1 point. Mock! Gaz.
Yes.
Round three. Sonic the Hedgehog has got to go fast. However, he once ran at such speed that he was slapped in the face by his mock. Get right in. We done? Gaz, I'm going to read it again.
Thank you.
Sonic the Hedgehog has got to go fast. However, he once ran at such speed that he was slapped in the face by his...
Well, I think I'm going to pitch it a bit lower this time, so I'm going to say wang.
Wang. He means his penis. Big boy Barry, what was Sonic slapped in the face with?
By his bitch fox tails, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Yes, it was. It happened. I'm an expert on Sonic.
Nostalgia nerd.
I have put huge infernal wang.
Wang!
At least one for that.
Also meant penis. Stuart Ashen.
Past self.
Another existential kind of metaphysical one from Stuart Ashen.
You wouldn't think it was so deep when he just reviews Tats on the sofa.
Gotta get it out somewhere.
Kim.
Salmon. It could happen.
Well, yes. Barry.
I spent for his shoes. No.
Top Hat Gaming Man.
The NHS.
So, we do need a tiebreaker. You're both going to suggest something here. Okay. Pac-Man's hunger is so insatiable that sometimes he even tries to swallow his own mock. Everyone, so have a think of something. Whoever, I don't know how it works. I watched Man back the other day. It wasn't anything like I remembered it. I've formulated this game based upon a false memory. Right, everyone written down wang, have they? It means penis. So, Pac-Man's hunger is so insatiable that sometimes he even tries to swallow his own...
Tongue.
Children.
They're good answers.
That
would have made for a better game.
Barry.
I got bored, so I drew a picture of a robot.
Oh, I was
that
gonna
okay?
say that.
He looks a bit disappointed in the show, doesn't he?
It does a little bit, as we all do, ladies and gentlemen. Nostalgia nerd.
I put yellow feces, which I presume is...
He gets it! Stuart.
Pride.
I don't know what we do, by the way, if neither of them win this.
Does it matter at this point?
No, not really. Kids!
Hard drugs.
His pack dick.
No. Barry, slowly getting the hang of it. Top Hat Gaming Man.
Yeah, I thought lowbrow contestant, so I try a lowbrow answer.
Dong.
Ah.
No, you said dong. No. Anyone got coin?
What's that?
Arm wrestle. Aha!
No.
Other arm. Who wants to win?
We don't know what we're winning.
Okay, what you could stand to win
What are the
is-
prizes?
The prize is a solid gold Amiga. Sam goes through to the final round. Shall we do it? Shall we roll on this show? Right, Sam, who would you like to play with you on this round?
Barry Balls.
So you trust Barry because of his balls?
Yes.
We're going to win that Amiga together.
Okay, so is Sam and Barry?
Do you rotate the table?
We're not doing that. Well, Gaz, hide under the table. Bye, Gaz.
Bye. Later.
Gaz is going.
I can't get any lower.
Give a big round of applause. There we go.
Do it quickly, I'm in some pain.
Is this happening or is it just a fever dream? I'm not sure if
You're
any
regretting
of
this.
is real.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, don't,
I think you should
don't
not.
acknowledge him. He's out of the game.
Okay.
Dan, Barry.
Yeah.
In the cowboy game Red Dead Redemption, your character John Marston is often left with sore thighs because they're always rubbing against his mock.
Shit.
No, that's not it.
Acknowledge.
It's all right.
I've got a lot of cramps.
In the cowboy game Red Dead Redemption, your character John Marston is often left with sore thighs because they're always rubbing against his
Chaps.
Well, I put saddle. That's almost chaps. Oh, that's the same sort of
Let's
thing.
see what you could have won.
Oh.
That. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mockety-Moc. Big round of applause to our contestants. Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, generally, that far away from crying right now.
Come on.
You, this ends. This is all over now.
My God. I'm so sorry. God, why is this happening again?
My chopper is so big and heavy that I have to sling it over my shoulder.